Hang on, it's comedy time. A hilarious mix of short, fast, funny featuring today's hottest comics. Get ready, because time flies when you're having funny.
Hi, I'm Tyler Boeh, and you're watching Comedy Time, where we bring you short clips of comedy. Because short clips of tragedy are just depressing.
It's cool to be back home. Back in Southern California. I actually hate where I live. I moved to the ghetto right now, where I feel sorry for my neighbors upstairs. Everybody's always fighting up there, the husband and wife. Wife always picks on the husband, and she sounds like a car alarm. Every night, I just hear her yelling at him, going, "What? What? What? Hell no! Hell no! Hell no! I just want to run up there and be like, shut up! I always love that too. Women are shapeshifters, man. All of them, shapeshifters. When you're with one, you're really with two. You can be sitting there, she'll walk in for no reason. She'll be like, "Precious, would you like a piece of pie, Precious?" "Sure, I'll take a slice." "The fat one wants my pie." I'm always getting in trouble for things I didn't even know I did. I found out this the hard way. We were at a restaurant. She noticed the waitress's name tag. I didn't know this about women. I found out that all women have a name of another woman that they hate. You could be somewhere having a good time, and as soon as that woman hears that name, she's like,
"That bitch. Is she here?" "She's gonna die."
Men don't have that problem. If we hate a guy named Joe, we hate that guy, Joe. We can meet another Joe. We're like, "Hey, Joe, how's it going?"
I know why you came here. It's obvious. But we are out of free candy. So boo for you. Fortunately, we still have funny comics that you can watch. So, yay, we're not monsters. Check them out.
Marriage, scares the hell out of me, first and foremost. Like, if you want to know why, look, just go, if you know any man that's married, has been married longer than a year, just go ask him, how long you been married? They say it like it's a damn prison sentence. 5 years. Like it could have been better, like they offered me a deal for 2, but I didn't take it. Ain't motivation for me, or they just don't know it all. And that's even worse, because then you gotta look at your wife. Babe, why don't you go ahead and tell them about this time when we got together? Man, and the worst part, especially for men, the worst part that scares the hell out of me is wedding vows. Like the wedding vows, I can't handle wedding. Because look, whether you want to admit it or not, okay, marriage is a legal contract. You are entering into a legal contract with another person. Wedding vows do not make that sound like that. They make it sound like y'all are just on an everlasting walk down a rainbow road, just lined with angels playing trumpets and waterfalls. And every now and again when y'all get tired, you can just stop and feed the unicorns. You end up in divorce court and they hit you with that legal mumbo jumbo. That'll change the game real quick. Find out there's a real thin line between matrimony and alimony. Be mad as hell when you find out that rainbow road is closed and this broad is leaving with half your unicorns. I'm just saying, man, just think about wedding vows, okay? Look, in sickness and in health, for richer or poor, till death, whatever, okay? I'm not falling for that. Look, I don't care how much I love you, okay? If you sick and broke, it's gonna put a whole lot of strain on this relationship. Take some Dayquil, take your ass to work. I'm just saying, let's just add some honesty into the equation, okay? You know, first of all, you should not be allowed to get married by no priests, no reverends, no rabbis, none of that. You should just get married in front of a judge. And that's where 50% of marriages end up anyway. And he'll come out and just cut straight to the chase, turn to the woman and say, okay, look, ma'am, do you promise to do everything in your power to take half of everything he ever is if he does anything that you disapprove of? I do. And then he just turns straight to the man and say, okay, look, you have the right to remain silent. Anything that you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. She has the right to an attorney, and if she cannot afford one, guess who will be paying for one? Now, do you understand these rights as I've read them to you? I do, I guess. Take half my stuff. I'm telling you, like, man, if a woman want to take half my stuff, man, you're going to be mad because it ain't much. If you want to take, matter of fact, you want to take half my stuff, you ain't even got to take me to court. You can just take me to the ATM. Getting old, man. When you get old, you just don't go for the little stuff no more, man. Like, you know how I know I'm getting old? Because I find myself doing the same stuff that like my mama and my grandmama used to do to me when I was growing up. You know, like complaining about the music on the radio. Like, remember when you was like 13, 14 years old, riding in the car with your mama or your grandmama, and you put the radio station on your favorite station? Now, I don't know how old y'all are, but for me, that station was 92.3 The Beat. And they be playing some good stuff. Tupac, Biggie, Snoop, all that. And your grandma be like, what's all that damn nonsense off? What the hell is that? That ain't no damn music. That ain't nothing but words and noise. Don't nobody want to hear that garbage. I find myself doing the same stuff. I cannot stand the radio now, because I swear it's like the same 3 songs with commercial breaks. I'm so sick of Lil Payne and T Wayne, whatever the hell these dudes' names is nowadays. Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne look like a Jamaican cockroach, don't he? All on the damn microphone croaking like a bullfrog with strep throat. Like, get that man a suit cracks. Like, you drinking all that damn cough syrup. You still sick? Shawty say I rip it like a lollipop.
Hi, I'm Sunah Bilsted for Comedy Time. This next comedian really needs no introduction, but I need a job, so this next comedian will blow your top off. Thanks for playing along.
But I can't watch the news, you guys. I cannot watch the news because I always think that I have whatever epidemic is out. Like, what was it this winter? Swine flu? I thought I had swine flu because I thought swine flu meant eating like a pig and then throwing up. Hello, I've had swine flu since college. All the girls in my sorority had swine flu. I'm appalled. I mean, you got the fake boobs, the fake lips, the liposuction, the plastic surgery. I mean, it's ridiculous. And like I said, you know, I'm from Michigan, I come from good stock, and I'm the real deal. You know what I mean? What you see is what you get. And I gotta tell you, I've lived in LA for like 13 years. No, 13 years now. And I have to tell you, LA hasn't affected me at all. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna pretend I'm something I'm not. What you see is what you get. Because, right, people have to like you for who you are. You know what I mean? Especially your friends. And I wasn't sure that my friends liked me. So I went on Facebook today, and I suggested that everyone like me. Rachel Reenstra suggests you like Rachel Reenstra. And out of 1,642 friends, apparently only 2 like me. Jill Snyder and Rhonda Lubbert. And I don't know who they are. And still rejection, right? We hate to get rejected. And today, I got rejected from my car insurance. Yeah, no, I did. I let the policy lapse for like a day. And I called up Mercury and I said, I'm sorry, will you just, can you reinstate my policy? They're like, sorry, Miss Reinster, we can't take you back. I was like, first of all, that's a weird voice. Secondly, why not? Because you got in a car accident a year and a half ago. I'm like, dude, that was a year and a half ago. Let it go. Move on. Forgive and forget. Sorry, Miss Reinster, we can't take you back. Hold on a second. Is it really about this accident? You never brought this up before. Why are you bringing this up now? Is it about that, or is there something else going on you want to talk to me about? Sorry, Miss Reinster, we can't take you back. Well, hold on a second. We've been together for 10 years, and I think I deserve to know. Are you insuring someone else? Don't lie. Is anyone here, you could tell me now, it's over. Is anyone insured by Mercury? Yes, see, oh great, he was insuring all of us at the same time. And men? Oh, apparently Mercury goes both ways. Well, guess what, Mercury? Remember my driver's test? I faked it. Yeah, you know what that means, but it's gotta hurt. No, I'm a bad driver. I'm not gonna lie. But it's because my dad taught me how to drive, and he's horrible, 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 especially now that he's old. I went back to Michigan this summer, you guys, and I'm in the car with my niece. My dad's driving. He hits a deer. Not a big deal. We were at the zoo.
I'm Kirk Zipfel, and you're watching Comedy Time. This next comic is originally from somewhere other than where he lives now.
I'm on Twitter. I'm 30 years old. Why am I on Twitter? There is no reason a 30-year-old man needs to be on Twitter. I have nothing to say about Justin Bieber. I shouldn't be on Twitter. And Twitter doesn't sound like technology. It sounds like an old-timey small-town disease. Are you hear about Bob? No, what happened? Oh, he's got the Twitter. It's pretty bad, too. He tweets all night long. Everybody's on Facebook, I get it. What I think is fun about Facebook is sometimes people will put up a celebrity picture because they think they look like them. Oh, really? People are way, way, way too generous with the celebrities they're picking for themselves. No, you don't look like Megan Fox. But you do look like Michael J. Fox, so you can put his picture up there. How about that? Now, what I'm about to tell you, you cannot ever, ever tell my wife, ever. I don't care if you think you'll never run into her. Forget it after I tell you this, because she will kill me. I ate an entire box of Girl Scout Thin Mints today. Thank you. They were good, but I didn't eat them like a normal person, because like a normal person, you eat one after another, and oops, I got through the whole box. I didn't mean to do that. No, I crumbled up all the cookies at once. I put them in a bowl, I poured milk on them, and I ate them like cereal. I did it. I have to live with that. That was the moment I realized I'm a fat man trapped inside a semi-fat man's body. Do you all realize that we live in a world where Sandra Bullock has an Oscar? From now on, forever, from now on ever, we're in this world, which a year ago, none of us, not one of you would have thought. A year from now, I'm going to spend the rest of my days until I am dead in that kind of world where Sandra Bullock has... Why does she have an Oscar? She is the Keanu Reeves of actresses. She doesn't... need an Oscar. I'll tell you who needs an Oscar. Give it to him right now, this very minute. Tyler Perry. Absolutely. Because if we don't give it to him, he's going to make another Medea movie every 6 months for the rest of our lives. Because I can tell what kind of parent they are by how they're disciplining. A rich parent does not discipline a child. They have a conversation with them. Like, excuse me, Erasmus? Can you tell me why you weren't being helpful today? I know he can't. He's 2. He's not going to tell you anything. But I'll take a stab at it. You're a horrible parent. But I like to go down to the Deep South because it's fun to watch that. Because whenever a kid is being bad in public, it is an event for all of us. It doesn't matter where you are. You'll be in a store just trying to buy a toothbrush, and you will hear, "Cooter! Get over here." Oh, you're going to sass me here in front of all these good people and Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior.
Hey, this is Kyle Erby for Comedy Time. This next comic is so famous in their hometown, they were asked to run for mayor. By their mayor.
So I'm hanging out with my cousin Keisha the other day, and we're going to McDonald's. Well, we were going to Hometown Buffet, but she wanted to stop and get a snack first. You know how it goes. But y'all, we pull into the McDonald's, and the lady behind the register has the most ghetto name I have ever experienced. I'm gonna spell it for you. Her name was spelled L-A-A. Her name was Ladasha. Seriously. The only thing you can do worse than naming your kid Ladasha is naming your kid a sound effect. You know what I mean? Just be like, Ladasha, go get your brother. Tell him dinner is ready. Come on now. That's bad. You guys are going to hell for laughing at Ladasha like that. That's bad. You should be ashamed. So Ladasha asked my cousin Keisha, "What can I get you?" And cousin Keisha goes, "Oh." She's got this like cholesterol voice, like I could die right now kind of voice. Yeah. She goes, "Can I have a number 22. I don't think they make a 22. She said, "That's 3 number 6s. And a number 4. It's ridiculous. Man. You guys are good. Honestly, I'm just happy to be here, man. I don't know about you. I'm just happy to be off work. Thank you, Jesus. Yes. And I'm gonna tell you what I do. I'm actually, true story. I'm a guidance counselor at a private high school somewhere in Los Angeles. That's as much as I'm legally allowed to say. Honestly, working at a school, it's a great job. The only problem is I hate kids. That's it. Other than that, it's perfect. It's perfect, But I know some of the kids are cool. Like I have one kid, I really like because he hasn't quite figured it all out yet. Like he thinks he's a thug, but he's actually a nerd. He doesn't know the difference yet. You know, like he came to my office the other day. He's like, "Hey, yo, Jay." I'm like, "Hi, Eugene." He gonna reach in his back pocket too and be like, "Yo, check it. I got my fake ID. Now I can go to the library, check any book out, and never return it." I said, "You're not a thug, man. You like one of the villains from Captain Planet. You know, they didn't want to kill nobody or nothing, just wanted to mess up your recycling. You know what I mean? Just, you are not a thug. Not a thug." I don't think I can have kids though. Keep it real. I don't think I can just have kids. I think maybe one day I can like adopt a baby, maybe, because adopted kids come with a receipt and a warranty. They have 90 days to do something wrong. You can send them back. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. I can't take it, man. I think I'm getting closer though. I think I'm getting closer. I was recently just involved in a marriage, actually. Not my own. I was the most out of place groomsman at my best friend's wedding. And the reason I was out of place was because the whole ceremony was in Catholic, you know, and I don't speak Catholic. Like I took Catholic in high school, but like I'm out of practice. Like I can still order communion, you know, but I don't just like speak Catholic, you know. So I'm standing up there, you know, and everyone's, you know, it's all beautiful. And the priest gets up, he starts singing the mass. He goes, "Peace be with you." And everybody goes, "And also with you," but me. I'm looking around like, what? He just kept going. He said, "Lift up your heads." And everyone said, "We lift them up to the Lord." But me. So now I'm looking around thinking, I'm gonna jump in on the next one. But apparently the next one was a silent one. Because the priest went, "Let us pray." But I was the only idiot that said, "You first."